Yes, hi everybody. We're going to talk very briefly about the upcoming assignments, the field proposal, which we'll be proposing work for both a field report and a PD product, and then just a little bit of mention of the digital presence assignment. First, I suggest that you review the rubrics. For the field proposal is for two upcoming assignments, and so review all three of them. There's some question about whether they can be related to the same intervention. And yes, of course, I'm happy to have them connected and interrelated, in which case they would have a shared rationale. You would set up the problem, the need for it, and the goals and so forth, and it kind of in common, but then you would get more specific about the PD product because that would be a specific media product with a goal and a rationale that goes beyond just the PD intervention itself. The field report, it can be at any stage of its life cycle. It could be something that's planned. You're in the planning stages. It could be something that is in the middle of development, something that's being implemented or evaluated at the back end. I'm open to projects that have administrative approval, sponsorship, funding, and so forth, or some of the lower kind of startup interventions might not have full administrative support, but which you're doing in response to a need. Your role could be as leader or a support role. So it's really open, and I'm not usually asking people to start something from scratch this summer. Usually you'd be reporting on work that you're doing in context of your doctoral studies or your work at work, something that you're already engaged in. Now, as far as your PD product, I am asking you to stretch yourself just a little bit on that. Let me talk you through what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a media product. That means typically some kind of presentation that you publish online, some kind of website, some kind of media, could be a podcast, an audio podcast, something like that. And very often you'll say, but I don't know how to do that. And I'm saying, well, yeah, that's why we're having this course. Aren't you? We're going to have a great time stretching yourself, set a personal goal for yourself that you're going to learn something new this summer. Now, I can't monitor that strictly because I don't know what your background is. I don't know, exactly what you need for yourself. And I'm not asking you to do the impossible, but I am asking you to take this seriously and see if you can accomplish something that is challenging for yourself and something that you're proud of. Now, a presentation, if you do a presentation, I don't want to just see beautiful slides. I want to see narrated slides published on the web. And if you do a website, that website would need to be related somehow to your intervention, your PL intervention, but it can also contribute to your digital presence, which you're also kind of keeping in mind. So I'm open to serving those goals as well. Now, I wanted to just a little bit on the digital presence assignment. There may be some reasons, which is, the digital presence assignment is coming up, so I'm a little bit ahead on this, but there may be some reasons for wanting to limit your digital presence. I can imagine a high school principal that says, you know what, I don't want to put all my contact info and put myself up so visibly that people expect me to call them back tomorrow, and so forth. So there may be some reasons to limit yourself for privacy concerns. Maybe you've had a bad experience on the web and you want to be careful about your exposure. There may also be corporate or proprietary reasons where you're doing some kind of development and you don't want your competitor to know about. So all of those reasons are legitimate, and all of those reasons are something that you would put into your digital presence report and think about as you establish a digital presence for yourself. None of these reasons, I don't think, disqualify you from any digital presence. In other words, you don't want to totally hide out as a professional, even if you have some legitimate reasons for being careful about how you present your image, video, that kind of thing, personal details, contact information. You can be careful, and that's part of what you'd think out in your digital presence assignment. We can engage more about that, but I want a little sneak peek on that topic. So I hope this overall is helpful, gets you oriented. If you have questions, contact me by email, and if the questions are in common, we can have further discussion about this. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye-bye.